pistol anyways. Beretta's dealt with, and Cobra Zera back sights. Got a headshot to work with. Heaven support coming out, but Sizzy's got that player gushed, and Sizzy just sends one through the smoke in response to Blitz getting close. Flashbang goes over, not wasting a second. It is Sizzy to shine here with the pistol, turning Blitz away before he ever had a chance to test main. Swapping over to the Berettas and catching a second for Bates' T-side pistol win.
A wide swing out of heaven, both going down instantly. They're not missing either. I don't think the Mongols are used to playing against a team that are like that. Maybe they're not totally buffed out in every other category of the game, but like this is some of the best CS we've seen Bait play. Like, I mean, probably expecting, post head trick, it's going to take some time and
Спасибо за донат, Бетиш. Кибрлeme okey кланиz bo'lsa o'zi hech kim edislav.
So far, so good. That's the most impressive thing about the modern era of CS is how quickly everyone and every team can get good.
Right. Yeah, it used to feel like you get like a glimpse of greatness and then it would kind of fizzle out, but it feels like people are hanging on to those moments more and more often.
What happened to honeymoons?
Good question. Some teams still get them. They just don't seem to end. Alex cautious about this corner, and with good reason, figures out Blitz is in here. Trying to make sure that they get through this force buy unscathed. First kill made easy. That's going to force the vent rotate down, and Alex was ready for it, so Techno very swiftly swept under the rug. Sizzy catching a headshot, and Mzinho unable to do the same. He drops out of it to go back in.
They got a T-kill in there, too.
Yeah, makes it a little awkward, doesn't it? But they just continuation, spray down, and catch the flank. Kenzizor not going to fall victim to your antics. Bait convert with majority alive.
What I really want is like a mid-match interview, one of those seconds. Just show us how you feel. Tell us in plain.
Or broken English, that's all right too.
Yeah, whatever English.
Translated
or even
English.
Subtitles, yeah.
I'll watch it dubbed. Subbed. Whatever I have to.
So another first frag here on this anti-eco.
Easy.
Man.
No.
Oh my goodness. It's
no
like a
success.
deathmatch, man, this series. In the best way, of course.
I mean, the fact that Mzinho just lost half his health to that outer wallbang from Alex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what we're pulling off today.
It's the kind of game you just report everybody.
Yes.
It's like, no way these guys are that good.
Including my teammates.
That's how hot Bait are right now, man. Like,
just to be safe.
You report your own teammates.
Every once in a while.
Wish the curling team did that.
God. Got me broken up.
It's the embarrassment.
Bait start their endeavor here in Cluj with that game versus Furia to kick it all off. Not easy to go up against Furia nowadays. 13-11, 13-10, pushed to the absolute limit. Slammed Heroic out of the way, and now trying to make quick work of a recovery from the Mongols. I mean, that first half of this series is still really where Mongols did their best work, obviously. 9-3 on Ancient, but Bait kind of snapped out of their lull ever since. And they have not wasted a moment to leave a mark on the Mongols here so far on map 3. So waiting for things to fizzle out. We hit the minute 15 mark and get grenades across the map. We get a good flurry of them into the ramp room, but none of it blinds 910. So he's happy to just strike down a Sentinel. Mzinho catching you off guard from the corner. In the face of a CT smoke as well. Now a collateral comes through. Sizzy lucky to survive it as 910 goes back in 4 seconds. And NPL is the only player across the board this round to do anything to the Mongols.
Yeah, he's dead in just a matter of seconds.
Bomb possession over towards the ramp. You will die to Techno up from the rafters. In the moment that the Mongols have guns here on Nuke, they've also got a round win.
This was a bit of a mistake. I mean, it's not even 910 was hiding and timing the peek off the flashes. He was just open the whole time. They just landed all their flashes, focused everything on somebody playing ramp. Maybe someone playing at Rops, but not really anybody even considering Turnpike, and they didn't throw any kind of lurk smoke either. So just a really big gap, to be honest, there.
Silent crossover behind those smoke grenades, and there's not even any pressure being applied by MongolZ until that nade comes out.
Perfectly timed, too. They did wait for a while, but then they just see everything.
Techno swift to the kill on NPL, so 5v3 established. It was looking like it was going to be free real estate for Bait, but a slow burn contest for the MongolZ nets them 2 kills. Great flashbang on Techno. He's full blind, but regains vision before MongolZ goes around, so he does fight back for 2/3 the health, but mistimed that vent clear. Alex gets blindsided, and Bait are about to lose 2 consecutive rounds as this squeeze on MongolZ for all he's got left at 30 seconds. Trying to keep 4 up in the process. Yeah, nicely done. Blitz knows what you're up to, and that is the MongolZ to interrupt at the perfect moment.
I like that they waited, but not too long that the smoke was already going to come up and they come in to check things. They kept it dead silent, then suddenly blew it open and did a full clear of outside yard. It was a huge call out. They needed that info back. They got the kills, and some of those shots from 9-10 spots, sometimes you see an opper and you're like, that shot's easy, that shot's hard. Opping from hell, I've always hated that. Like, it just, I guess this is just the range. You know, targets from that far away, but he did great through the glass, through the smoke, from that distance. First pickoffs.
It's the war drums of Bait outside. Shadow scares Cobra Zera. They'll swing in, and nice spray control for the headshot on Ascenthiel there. It's usually the second player that can get by a up-close pistol push like that. Not on his watch. The drum keeps beating, and NPL still yet to really have a chance to shoot it much. He'll find the headshot eventually. And that's all they will find out in the end. A singular kill on Mzinho, a 3-3 scoreline early. Guns in the hands of the MongolZ have made a world of difference since the start.
I think he should have swung for the ace, man. I mean, it was just right there. Gotta go for the guy on the wardrobes last. Moment where it can start to slip away from Bait, because when this is slowed down a little bit and they've tried to go a bit more tactical, it's actually where MongolZ look the most comfortable. And that's where the experience on a map like Nuke compared to a Mirage or even Ancient, which is just way more friendly to scrimmy plays. That's where it's gonna be a little bit harder to stand out and where inexperience will show the most.
See ya. Sizzy caught off by the Mzinho peek from Secret. Throw some nades at him and try to get closer. Alex taking over Garage in the meantime. But that was also bomb confirmed behind Red. So good headshot from Ascenthiel to bring it back for a second. Alex's Garage challenge has been found out, and that is crisp. Through the edge of the box, Blitz popped, back by Spawn. Techno wrapping around credit card, but Ascenthiel still just locked in anticipation of some kind of a secret push that's not coming.
They're about to expire on this actually mattering, though, because we're at 40 seconds. They're in Big Garage. They have to move now. The bomb is in a spot where it just has to make a decision. So now they've basically got to get lucky on their timing. Techno doesn't have to go anywhere. I think they know, they're pretty positive, yeah, that there's still someone here.
Techno's allowed to still just stay tucked into credit. 9-10, waits for the next one. Yeah, Bait get positioning, but they're kind of banking on a mistake being made, right?
Well, you're asking for, exactly. And like they're asking for a mistake from a team who have all the positional control of everything. Like you can't plan in big garage, so.
No save afforded either. The Mongols 4 rounds straight.
They look a little bit like a fish out of water now, even though they had a really quick start. Mongols have been kind of shown up on some of their faster plays, which, you know, they think probably they'd be down for that style too. But as soon as they get a little bit of utility in their hands and they start to have to think about how to use everything properly, and then they just slow down naturally. Again, that's where Mongols can keep a bit of a distance, between them and their opponents. They're going to have better rotations.
Started off clean, dropping bomb like that.
Wow. Man, it's still crazy. Some of these shots are just startling.
Counter-terrorist. Some upgraded pistols. Zor hanging onto the corner. The Tech 9 shots were not too far off the mark. CT allowed to disengage for a second. Blitz dropping smokes as he sits downstairs alone for the time being. Does have ramp rotators if need be. And we'll see how much Bait are willing to just test this smoke grenade, right? It's one thing to respect it. It's another to just come charging right through. And he'll get away from that engagement. Blitz on the full fallback.
Yeah, and actually 2 rotations down, but this makes the off a little bit more vulnerable.
Nice shot.
Ooh, Mzinho picks that up and immediately walks back.
He took damage there, that Tech 9 headshot. Kenzizor's gonna finish off Mzinho, but 9-10 whips around to deal with that one. And this 1 HP Ascenthiel challenge down into the B site with the bomb gets found out. NPL nowhere to be found.
He's up in heaven.
But he's climbing the rafters while Mongols are racking up rounds.
Yeah, so it doesn't... I'm like wondering how Bait can win now, honestly. They might be best off, instead of going for a standard defaulty style round out of in outer yard, to just simply go for their upper pop again, get back into the game. They've got an up on Sizzy. I think they're going to try to make the Mongols sweat a bit. Already had a pause with their coach get involved. Didn't seem to unlock anything yet. And really like that the Mongols keep using Secret to their advantage. Will they throw a molly in front of this?
Battle of the
Bomb
offers.
gets spotted, knocked down as well. They're not ready for this again.
Blitz has got it in the bag. Him and Mzinho have played this position interchangeably. There is still an answer back in the 2 versus 5 at least, but it's Kenzizor still already such low HP.
You got the double rotate down, and Cobra Zera brazenly is still here inside of Mini, just peeking everything, and he will see this player.
Yeah,
oh my
nicely
goodness,
done.
The reaction time. It's perfect.
Instant with the headshot.
Hey, he's got the crosshair placement there for that angle, really?
He's done a really good job of maintaining control of main. And it queues up the blind side out of Techno. So very active moves here by the Mongols. Sometimes getting caught by a kill or two, but always ready to seemingly respond back to it.
It's just such a thorough stuffing now. And the way that rounds are being won, I mean, I'm not their coach, you know, but I just feel like they need to get through this T side with just pocket plays at this point, because it almost ironically feels like the slower and more methodical they go, the more obvious it's just going to be to the Mongols, who, once again, they played Secret like every round. And Bait have run into them like every round, but it seems like the Mongols are the only ones who are aware of how good of a move that is. They weren't even cleared last round. They going off of this? Yes, they've got the lower drop.
Not it this time. Cobra again able to stop it inside of main. We do get MongolZ at least cracking the Tech9 kill once. Sizzy's bomb spotted is stuck inside of Hut here. Techno knows it, but as he changes angles back sight, that does open the door for Sizzy to leave.
This could be huge if Alex can make something happen.
Catches it.
Caught MongolZ.
But with the gun dropping down, 910's gonna turn and get that kill, right? You wanted the AK more than anything, and it's gonna cost you your life. MongolZ trying to charge down main control as the bomb carrier crosses over into the site, gets cleared, and 910's on a tear. He'll pick up that AK that dropped down through the ladder and put it to good use.
Man, what was that Tech9 doing going back down to hell anyways?
The AK dropped when he got the kill.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, Alex got the frag, but the dead body and its gun dropped down.
A little unfortunate then. Well, this would have been a good time to just split on upper.
Yeah, it's like you really want the gun to give yourself better odds, but at the same time, isn't the position of heaven worth more?
They can meet in the middle with wall smokes and then try to just hit ramp off of it. Instead, just use outer fakes and see if that's a little success there. I mean, sure, they can try again. I don't know if they could see what we see.
7 CT round wins in a row without even a bomb plant for the side of Bait. You said maybe try to tap into some pocket strats.
The thing is, they're taking outside. They're not even getting to lower successfully.
Right.
Like, they haven't even crossed through control side once.
Yeah, the closest they came was like the 3 Tech9s charging down Blitz, and he still stopped them in their tracks. And in a gun round, even less, oddly enough. You get a vent drop here from Techno 4K.
Got the hybrid out of MongolZ.
Threat's coming his way. Blitz looking to scramble over to maybe help out. Ooh, it's this Sizzy.
Okay.
Sits back and collects it. 910, swapping over to the AK. This could catch you off. He kills his counterpart, and Essential gonna take that challenge into the hell. CobraZera's in a dire spot, dropping out of the vent, but he will still find Alex with a headshot. And he didn't take a lot of damage for that. It does send the bomb back up top, but we've already got this deep play from Essential, so Bait will break through. 11 rounds into this T-side, they collect their 4th.
So they do go ramp. They don't even, I don't even think they faked outside though on this one. Or they had one person go down to lower to try to make this split happen, but yeah, simplifying here. Good grenades. I mean, they had MongolZ blind pretty much. Whenever they had someone ready to peek, the one shot, an opportunity he had, he missed. And because they already got their first 3 rounds out of the way, it doesn't really matter that MongolZ have made this massive comeback. They still could have a decent half numerically.
And just hopefully for Bait's sake, a CT side to tap into.
I feel like run it back one more time, you know. Throw some outside presence, make that ramp hit happen. Are MongolZ really going to double up on it this round?
I hadn't realized that MongolZ were actually sitting outside of the top 10.
Because of their roster moves?
Yeah. They've shown us promise, trying to get back to it, but I suppose we've also had the likes of Paravision and Foot robbing all the VRS as of late. A couple other contenders knocking these other boys down a peg or two. But here's that outer presence.
They want to make this work, man. They want it.
Blitz gonna pop up. What a play.
He just saw 3 guys and got out of there.
Sprints out, confirms it all, puts everybody on high alert, brings all the attention over because they know for the time being they really only have to worry about outside. And that's going to be CobraZera, who more often than not was doing a good job of holding main, dying a couple times as this game has gone on. 910 burned to the ladder. Techno gets one. Very awkward here for 910 momentarily. NPL down beneath him. Main fight comes out from Essential. He's going to catch another kill. Oh, whips it back. Triple headshot. And now 910's position known, but the bomb control belongs to 910. Popped by Sizzy. We get that 5th round. I think just in general, Bait happy they were able to finally get the better of CobraZera. 910, 16-6 on the half. So it really just goes to show you how dominant the op was for the defense. We'll see if he can bring that over to the offense as well. P250 to try to kick it off at this range. Flash towards the ramp. Looks like Kenzizor's pushing lobby though. He does tuck into the corner behind this pack, and he's got the Beretta kills to go with it. He's gonna find 3 kills on that flank. I'm sure they were nice shots.
Yeah. Seemed like they could be.
Perfect timing, slipping into the flank like that.
Yep. That's pretty fantastic. Every time, I mean, dualies are probably the best investment you can have on a pistol round, just straight up. It can be embarrassing to die instantly to a Glock when you have them, but most of the time you're going to get 2. Most of the time. Worth everything. But this is where the game gets out of hand for the Mongols now. That last round of the half, the last 2 rounds of the half, this pistol, doesn't matter who we call the better Nuke team at this point. This is also where, you know, the Mongols aren't playing with Senzu. It's kind of an important moment. Cobra's era here on a T side of Nuke. And he's newer than anybody on bait at this map.
If they can rub a bomb plant here, I'd be impressed. MP9 sitting on top of this doorway. To hell with your flashbang. Alex will have vision the whole time. He's just gonna hold down that trigger and mow them down. He's got Kenzizor to bank on. Zizzy's here too. And sure, 1 Deagle kill for their efforts, but what can you expect? Bait with the right position, convert the pistol, and the Mongols who were waiting to get these guns in round 3 tap into the weapons early. There's a scary streak of rounds from the Mongols for Bait to have to handle, but starting to feel like there's a momentum shift if they can follow through with a gun round win here too. Problem is SMGs are limiting. Obviously, it's money in their back pockets. See how they try to circumvent that.
Yeah, the thing about a bonus is you always spend a few extra dollars on, well, your armor, your HE, your nades and stuff like that. There is still an investment, but and also Sizzy's off. They want to protect it no matter what. Wow. The re-peek is perfect. He knows he doesn't have to worry about them doing it. And that's Cobra's era down.
He was thinking he'd get away with that drop, but caught out in the moment. Mzinho's got a kill going, wow, and the headshot onto Sizzy. Ooh. Now all of a sudden you've got an SMG allocated downstairs. Of the 2 kills so far for the Mongols, they were versus the better guns. MP7 and MP9 still out here on the field. Kenzizor catching his M4 versus the squeaky peak.
Oh, missed the molly, missed the nade.
Yeah, they dodged the frag grenade. The molly just pops midair. And that's damage on Kenzizor as well, with no support at the moment on this floor. So inside of Hut, he'll go solo. Oh, missed it. And he could have been caught out.
They're going to expect Blitz up here. He's in an interesting spot. If they come out of squeaky, he could be in jeopardy, but they're not coming this way.
Well-placed smoke to keep NPL out of this. He's going to give himself his own smoke to try to wiggle within.
And again, this is the main angle he has to be worried about. They want to come up through heaven, sure, but that's going to be a little bit of time.
It's taking its sweet time at the moment, and it's going to have to work with that MP7.
A little bit too much, maybe.
Jumping
Alex
up.
got to make his way up.
Bomb past the halfway point. Kenzizor is the only kit, and that kit just got dropped on the brink of Hut. And Mzinho gets that second kill from up above, and there is no time for this. NPL doesn't have a kit. It's over towards Hut instead, and he doesn't recover it on the path. So that is going to be the round win to the Mongols, despite those opening op shots out of Sizzy.
That is ridiculous keyboard placement.
Yeah,
it's insane. In the mouse pad. That's like how you pack it in your luggage. That's what it looks like. Also, it seemed like they didn't even know what to call Blitz's position. He had no idea he was up there. shooting frantically with the Glock from above. MongolZ, the hero, boom. He got a little bit ahead of himself right there.
Yeah, I mean, you can see how desperate MongolZ is on the rafter, right? Jumping up like that.
Holy moly.
He's mad because I guess he thinks the player still has a kit. Like, if he dies there,
Wasn't
then...
it Blitz up there?
No, that was MongolZ.
Oh, they switched. All right,
Yeah, it's like, bro, you just won the clutch.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd feel bad if he had a kit.
Get away with it. Damage on NPL
First time
inside
we
of
see
main.
how much it matters to them here.
Ooh, eating the flash. Alex.
Wow.
I mean,
Both of those kills were absurd.
He got a kill, and that's what's important here for Alex. It sends the scramble down the ramp.
They've got vent control. They actually still have upper as well. This is the hardest part for the CTs. They don't know how to rotate efficiently. Don't have enough info. Kills would make a difference, but it's actually one in favor of the Ts. The last thing they needed.
Senthiel's still downstairs, just tucks into Dark instead. 9-10 looking to bring the bomb in as the second player lower.
Playing Dark is interesting. If they get a little sloppy.
You think about MongolZ back behind boxes. Yeah, Op's gonna hold that in. Senthiel's been able to creep in. This is gonna catch 9-10 off guard, but he closes the door behind him.
Yeah, and the bomb, it's just spammable.
9-10 opens it wide, Op shot misses, and the Galil just mows down the last two players, so the Mongols T side starts to pull ahead as the economy here for the counter-terrorists bottoms out in the meantime.
That just couldn't be a stick. I mean, he's got to tap that, go left, wait for his teammate before even tapping it. You can see that Sizzy Op running in. There was a way to win that. That was not it, unfortunately. Even though he was close, he was only physically close. They weren't actually close to just sealing that up. So needed a little bit more work. Those are the moments again for Bait. Unfortunately, it feels like that feels like that'll make the difference in this game.
Senthiel following forward from Dark really would have been better off catching 9-10, getting back to the single door, obviously, but misses the time. And he had the cover to do exactly what he had to, right? Walk up and forward, but 9-10, no hesitation. And we see him just mow down those last two. Grab a free op for his effort as well.
Did like the obvious thing, but when it's stressed, it's like, if a guy was on the wall left of the diffuser, you maybe just instantly get that kill, close the door again, then you're in business. But so CT side 2-round game, but no money to work with here.
Crossing your fingers that a single Desert Eagle will be able to stop a full-blown Mongols buy. One Desert Eagle has very much announced itself by now. And
there it is.
It is able to beat the Opper.
The thing is, they just love the raw duels.
Oh!
They just love those fights. And Alex keeps delivering with this one small weapon.
No way. A single Deagle in round 17. I refuse to believe it, but he's coming back for thirds. His teammates are still all just sitting downstairs.
Yeah, they have an upper hit if Cobra's.
And he heard that.
Get in the hell? He didn't even go up. Might as well go up there now, though.
Heard that drop back sight, but Alex is still giving away into Hut.
The players downstairs, they're really committing to this idea. They're going to be able to come up with the vent if they want to, but.
Smoke for the time being. Desert Eagle inside of Hut. Still just on the brink of the flames. He's going to try to pre-aim the angle on the plant, but it's been allowed to get into the back of sight now instead. Player down beneath heaven for CobraZero to have to consider.
It's kind of, everyone's exposing themselves to different things.
Yeah, it's scary, right? It's like a matter of like who peaks first, and
he doesn't know how to properly hold this right now.
Senthiel trying to get up to the vents. There, it's all done. 4 kills. Instant. Desert Eagle down. Valiant effort out of Alex with that Desert Eagle. You had Mongols working it out, but they slowly split into that site and find what they need, a 10th round of the scoreboard.
I don't mind the final risk there from Bait to just lower stack right away. It could have been 3 guys outside crossing the lower, and if you were upper, you're not winning that retake anyways. So even though it's 5v3, you still have to take some kind of risk. He got the deagle shots from that distance. You're not getting those guns back as well, and that would have made the difference to your chances of winning on a slower pace round. So it's just good play here for the Mongols. Maybe if it had been the over rotation lower and then kept one guy in heaven to just stop that upper hit from feeling comfortable, that would have been the golden play. But a hard move to find.
Oh, okay.
All right.
In a gun round?
In a gun round. Little headshot.
See if it costs him in the end.
See how good the cross works for the Mongols.
Stop shot.
Dangerous.
A chance for NPL to tuck back in, but it's a quadruple cross and minimal damage to have to stomach here for the Mongols.
Yeah, they don't blow it open again. They didn't actually get a confirmed visual. They did rotate down, over-rotate last round, but I think they're too afraid to rotate at all now, and that's just even worse.
Just feels like Bader in a constant state of catch-up so far.
Yeah, okay, Essential down here is something. But they still don't actually have the info.
They've got an inkling, they've got a doubt, and they've got a second player here. NPL gonna lose his angle to the smoke grenade. Essential, tough spot to pull a player off of. Cobra gets there at the cost of 2. And then Kenzie Zor catches Cobra trying to get over. And you've got an advantage now to work with if you're Bait. 4 versus 2. Molotov down on NPL. Double swing from the T's, and it's gonna cost them. Bait put enough in position, a little hesitation there for the Mongols, and a critical position on top of the silo that gives Bait their 8th.
Yeah, you know what? They didn't go control side, so they didn't molly and smoke off the ramp when they decided to exit through decon. And at Sentiel's position, he got 2 because he stood on top of the silo again because no one went control side, so he wasn't worried about someone jumping out and trying to frag him. That was good use of his spot, knowing his teammates were coming ramp. The only real way he gets screwed over is if someone opens control doors or breaks open the window.
Money's a little awkward right here. That's a well-earned opening by Bait, but you've got to find the follow-up. Can't be the one-off round win.
I mean, for both of them, it's just so expensive.
Mongols that much closer to the finish line. That much closer to the 2-1 pool. Trying to open up an angle for Sizzy. Then do it himself. Yeah. Oh, but what do? Expose yourself to the blitz headshot. NPL tries to track that movement. Here's the stomp over to the garage. All it does is give Blitz a chance at a second frag.
Brutal that happens after a pause. So handedly, 2 raw duels they were looking for.
Senthiel trying to cut it off. Blitz in with a triple.
Attack pause had nothing to do with this. Just Blitz popping off outside, countering all of their plays to try to find that first frag, and 9-10 contributing when this round is already done.
Kenzie Zor is going to be blindsided as well, and there is not a single kill here for Bait in the follow-up of round 19. Rock solid rotate downstairs last round. Good showing of a hold, and then you are just meeting your maker in the form of Blitz.
And now you got to decide if you want to invest. I mean, surely you just even out.
And they thought they were
$2 grand on these two, and
they really thought they were taking fights on their terms.
They're buying.
Instead,
but is everyone buying?
Blitz punishes each and every time.
They're going for it. It's game time. They're making a big decision here.
Crosshair was right where it needed to be. It's daunting walking up on the smokes like that because you don't know when they're going to get popped open, and you can be exposed, but instead the Mongols, and particularly Blitz, kept his alertness at an all-time high. Gets paid off for it. Now we've got this 5-7 in NPL's hands to just try to tuck into red. But once this smoke grenade fades, and obviously the smoke being there is already a red flag for the Mongols, you'd think it would make them extra cautious.
We might have snuck by. They were they thought they were watching this, so it's possible they don't actually.
Blitz still holds it. Oh, but still.
Oh.
And PL comes out with a double kill. Not a bad start to this one considering guns on all of the rest. Sizzy with a scout takes a leg shot out of the op. And 9-10, 20 kills into this game, gives the young prospect a little more to work with. A second chance at life here in round 20 for Sizzy. Senthiel gonna try to move this MP9 up to the secret challenge. Lots to be desired on that one from Mzinho. He falters, and now what's left of the Mongols is to walk out into the lobby where Alex has been tucked in and waiting for this kind of a move. They come out to clear him, and it costs them. 9-10 dead next, and Bait still with a bit of fight left in them.
Okay, and that's why you invest, I guess. They keep it a little bit loose, and I think there was this one moment where, I mean, the default was they go top silo. They're holding. They're kind of jiggle spotting anybody walking outside of that spot. They just missed him at some point. Maybe they were there a little bit too late, but that's what opened it up. And actually, second kill from MPL is very impressive. I think it was a quick headshot because Cobra was full health. Two-round game, no freebies. Back on the op is Sizzy. Couple AK upgrades too for the troubles. What a lifeline for MPL.
Okay.
Oh,
Sizzy's dead. Now you've got a real challenge.
He's getting destroyed right
Main
now.
wrap is going to be a problem here. Hot player's going to step up with one, but it's a flurry out of the Mongols, and it is done in a matter of seconds, this 21st round of play.
Look at it, pops like a grape right here. That is nuts how quick that split came to fruition. Right after taking the kill outside,
Done.
Felt like the default was going to go a little slower. No, 9-10 with his first, second, and third kill of the round. All perfect.
Unfortunately
He's
for
had
the
a
new kid on the
monster
block,
series.
Sizzy is getting slammed against these last few rounds.
Yeah, every way he's wanted to play outside. Doesn't matter if he has an op or not. It's not been useful, really.
Sitting a 9-16 scoreline in the face of the Mongols challenge. 12th round secured. 3 map and match points by the Mongols. And the final timeout between either of the coaches to be burned right here, right now. It's just these smokes that Sizzy has kind of been neutralized with at times. Yes, they open them up, try to give him challenges. You know, they've been trying to set up Sizzy for his impact, but the Mongols just too sharp in denying him.
That's really the way to put it. I mean, it's not like he's getting knifed and like shot in the side or anything like that. It's really they're just like,
Yeah,
as soon as he's in vision,
Yes.
boom, he's dead.
It's
Yeah,
not
like-
some kind of like, yeah, it's not a lack of awareness. He knows what's coming.
Yeah, he barely has time to do anything. It's just,
It is just Mongols shooting that sharp. Right now they go heavy into the lobby again for round 22. Trying to catch players top silo with the triple nade, but nobody's home for the Mongols. They will still drop smokes outside to create some uncertainty and then take this challenge towards the Deagle, which does hit Cobra Zera. Famas is here to work as well, and PL out from the corner. This one's not done yet. The MP9 tries to
Careful.
swing in, and as Sizzy goes for the reload, this 2 versus 3 is evened out again. The Mongols fighting for ramp tooth and nail.
they instantly pause, get their next 2 duels, make it a 2-on-2. But I bet it's the Mongols who are a little bit scared now. They'd have the chance to gamble if they'd like to. Get into spots, make the hard read. could be a spot where this door gets swung open for one kill and then suddenly you can't plant. Someone might have to pull a nade out. Alex is waiting for his chance to strike. Yes, he's low. But he's also a guy who has almost nothing to lose right now.
9ten dropping the bomb down, wanting to
Interestingly-
keep that gun in hand. Okay, get your gun out, brother. Blitz. Oh, from beyond the grave. He's so lucky Alex was tagged.
Does he think there's a stack? I feel like you wouldn't believe it right now.
910 starts to depart the bomb site. This could catch him off. Shadow advantage. And 910 blasted away by the SMG. Bait win the first of 3 needed to get to overtime.
He blew the door open and mollied it, which I guess if he's actually playing back makes sense. If he's not there right in front of the door waiting the whole time.
Yeah, it would prevent somebody from swinging in,
yeah.
but what if the guy's standing right there?
The only thing I was thinking was, let's just have a guy watch it just in case.
Right.
At least at first. But obviously, that does mean they have him in a spot that can watch more things.
Ooh, this is interesting because we've got Tech 9s for 2 of the 5 Mongols.
Yeah, we'll see if it matters.
We've got them fully invested, playing with 1 round of loss bonus.
Everyone's broke this round. We're a little low on grenades on the CT side. We have an MP9 for Alex in upper. We've seen these entries before.
Flash comes over, Molotov for the player on HUD. Flashbangs are
so
phenomenal,
blind.
but still CT's regain vision.
Wait, what?
Alex jumps into a terrorist that just seemingly doesn't shoot back. You've got 2 players barely standing now on the side of Bait, and both of them are here on the A floor.
Blitz got the kill.
He finds his, but he sits back down on 11 health.
What's happening? Kenzie Zor is just pushed into hot. Blitz should just get flanked right
Done.
now. He does. It is now a 1-round game. It is a high probability of overtime in this match for Bait, and it really didn't feel like that was going to be possible with the quality of rounds that we've seen out of the Mongols.
Hell, with the quality of the utility that was even a part of that execute.
I can't believe the guy backside didn't die.
Fully blind, goes wide, standing out in the open.
Yeah, those flashes hit everything.
Gets very awkward there for the Mongols, and like we said, had nothing more to play with, so it is Tech 9s and even fewer utilities as Bait slot in to a likely round win here in the 24th of play. Overtime right there for the taking.
Ooh, that smoke's a little, it's shallow. I mean, it's fine because he's watching it.
They're going to take a challenge to ramp again, but this
yeah.
time it's a solo Essential in the corner.
Yes, it is.
This is all it is. But that's fine by his standards. Good into the corner. Sizzy on the scene. And Mongols busted open as they tried to take that ramp room. Bait stringed together 3 rounds to force overtime. And the Mongols with that full-blown execution.
Maybe this gets tricky when they switch over. Maybe they don't even need more than 1 round when they do. Solid comeback here for Bait.
Aggressive move by Sizzy.
That's a nice way to activate somebody who's been struggling just going to yards, trying to play those harder reads outside. A simple push. Still comes down 1-1. Not exactly the best positions for the CTs. Else here in a great place to catch Mzinho lurking into mini. It feels like he is the most important part of this puzzle to activate the upper hit, but he's really taking his time. Inside of hut right now. Are they going to try to drop?
Yeah, they're flanking.
Yes, they are. They've just dropped entirely. Mzinho gets caught outside.
Still a challenge on the lower floor. You see the head of Essential, frag grenade with his name on it. It's going to bounce right on in. He'll sit on 73 health. It's still a challenge from both sides of the ramp retake already, and Alex finds the opening. A little whip around here from Techno, but too many targets to topple. And 910 a bit late to this party despite his best efforts, but they are off the defuse, and he hits that first one. Diffuser's low, and he gets him off.
Wait, but he's no time. I mean,
Alex
that's not
doesn't have a
enough
kit, but it's a 10-second defuse. Woo! Still plenty of time for this one.
Wow, Bait are in the lead off this round.
But if he doesn't get that kill, if somehow 910 kind of gets lost inside of that smoke grenade with no kit on him, things get extra awkward. Bait find the first in OT.
Yeah, they don't really care about that, though, at this point. I think they're just looking to get Nuke over with. It's the 3rd map in the series. Bait have had to really punch upwards to make this happen, and They honestly have. Showing no fear.
Support
9-10 still in the kind of form that could just be game winning if he pieces together the right sequence, if he's put in the right position. But it's been harder and harder to get through this defense as Sizzy's positioning's been refreshed, right? Getting him away from Garage has bode very well for Bait. NPL finding that kill, the lurk outside last round. It's not these early deaths versus the CT Opper.
Yeah, give him some easier fights, just more aggressive, and see if he gets comfortable. It feels like that was the info.
He shows us he's capable. Couple of good challenges into the ramp room, good rotation as well at one point. And right now he's just gonna probably keep popping these smokes open. We saw the extra cache of nades, and there is just nobody crossing behind this.
Careful, they're really assuming there's this play coming on the secret cross, but it's upper that they're worried about.
KenZor finds Emzinho first. Cobrazera is going to try to crank the pressure now onto main, and Alex isn't able to fall back. KenZor does get into the vent tuck, and you've got a Semptiel up in heaven already. Sizzy collects the kill, outer. And now they're going to turn their backs to KenZor. Element of surprise looks good. 9-10 finally starts to get active, but the trade's effective here by Bait. And a missed shot now by Sizzy reopens the threat of Blitz. Ooh, a second missed shot, but the slide down into the back of sight's been heard. Testing the side of the silos. Sizzy closing the gap, and the pressure on the flank is real. It is 2 rounds in a row for overtime now out of Bait.
Oh, and now they're starting to have a little bit of fun too. They can finally breathe. They've got a lead and a gap. I love the mini splits out of the Mongols, and we've seen them in the past. They've just been so overwhelming and fast, but so impressive that they deal with it. One guy tucked opposite vent was enough. I think that was a Mara strat too off the tack pause. Mongols are digging deep to try to figure this out.
Gonna try to keep it simple with the ramp hit, and the trade is good by Blitz. You're never gonna expect Sizzy down here. He drops right into the op scope, and Sizzy back for seconds.
Ooh.
Popeye 910, who's been relegated to the AK, still capable with it. Caught off by the double door swing. It is flawless in overtime here by Bait.
What are we talking about here? Bait are just crushing all of a sudden. And just as I said before they started, they might not even need more than 1 T round now that they switch over.
There's been some real resilience shown by Bait in this series. They were smashed out of the game in the very first half of Ancient. Even within this Nuke game, pistol conversion for the start of their T side, only the 4th and 5th round win coming in the 11th and 12th round of that T side. We had 5 rounds in the second half where their CT side economy is tested, back and forth rounds. They peel it forward with those last 3 in regulation.
Another big problem on T side was getting wins, bomb plants. They were winning without that. Are Mongols going to allow them to win that way? They're going to force them into a slow, structured round where they inevitably crush? Or will they give them those raw duels where they've been shining?
KenZor truly looking to be the difference maker
Shallow.
here on Decider. 25 frags to his name. Sizzy finding form as this game has gone on, as he was repositioned. It's nice to see that Alex kind of saw that. Keep the op mobile, give him something fresh, and let him find impact, which he's done now.
Full-on successful cross here. This hasn't been blown open. There isn't full vision for the CTs. And Blitz is playing big garage, which means he could slow flank lower, but Emzinho, he's coming in just in time, but it's without any other assistance. Playing big garage is great, especially to cover wraps, to cover anybody walking into mini, but it's slow for having to rotate downstairs. There's a lot of pressure on Emzinho.
Climbs up. The ops is still just play behind the railing.
And they've got this lurk in place.
Down into the single door swing.
Yeah.
Techno collects the KenZor frag.
They're a little late.
Molotov in front of 910 is going to make this uncomfortable. Bomb planted. 4 versus 3 advantage, sure, but the incendiaries keep the CTs at bay. Secret duel picked up by Essential. Suddenly that man advantage is gone up in smoke. CobraZera, on a similar challenge, makes one loud step alongside Techno, who's gonna find the back of Alex, prime for the taking, and a frag grenade that doesn't kill Essential. Corner will get cleared, but Essential still fights on from this position. Fire in front of him. Surviving an extra second, they will jump on top of that bomb.
Wait.
Or not. No, he doesn't have a kit.
Oh, it's so slow.
Techno doesn't have the kit. This comes down to the wire, and Mongo's got it. All's good.
Very close.
Sketchy situation there with not everybody having the defuse kit, but still the Mongols move forward with the first in overtime.
Yeah, at least he runs right for it. They put that one together. It's 2 away to bring this to another overtime. It's not impossible, obviously, but it's already a good first effort here from Bait. I wonder what the greater, obviously you can lurk Hut, you can lurk Squeaky, but what the greater plan was with Kenzie Zor. If they're definitely going lower, everybody's unspotted, and he's sitting in Hut with a good stopping vent rotation. They also had no idea anybody could be rotating down behind them when they were in decon.
And that makes no sense because Techno got the kill on their lurker A site, so you know somebody's coming down from A.
Right.
Why wouldn't you consider the vent?
No idea. Maybe you just love the color orange, just staring at the door.
I think maybe Essential, when he caught the flank on Blitz, they could have thought, I think maybe he took a look into vent at the same time, or who knows, but either way, Alex was certain his attention was needed on site.
The fact that they could even afford that kind of mistake in this round.
Ooh, see ya. NPL gets erased.
Double up ramp here has got to be the winning formula.
Eating the flash and letting them know that you're over here, and then dying with nothing to show for it. Good on Blitz. Mows them down. 9-10 comes through with the closer, but Blitz goes big in a critical round of overtime with a quad kill that kicks off outside.
Yeah, from the first glance outside to that rotation, CobraZera, he was playing with house money in that position. And now it gets a little bit scary because, yeah, they had 3 rounds to play with. They knew that coming in and winning a T-side round was going to be difficult. Yeah, they won the last 2 rounds of the first half of the map, but they did it off of frags alone. They didn't get it into a good bomb plant position. They didn't really outplay the Mongols, per se. They just had a huge highlight moment from Essential in 1. How are they going to conjure up a real opportunity to beat Mongols straight up here? Now that we're down to 1 round, the first half of this overtime doesn't really matter. I'm not surprised they did try ramp for that reason. Again, the majority of the rounds were yard focused, defaulty, and slow.
Worried about Blitz coming at it again. Wall of smokes in front of him. Ten's been a monster here on map 3. 31 frags to his name.
Big series for him between this and Ancient.
Flashback towards Squeaky. Oh, and Blitz gets popped this time. Close box is held by CobraZera. 3rd kill's his. Whips it back around as the site's just getting melted all around him. Still nobody else barring CobraZera to post anything in this attack. MongolZ a little too fixated on the Hut play, but he will still get that trade back. Alex swings, and MongolZ's the one to force us into double OT.
3 back.
Whoa.
And they're now I think it gets a little bit scary for them.
All elusive T-round win. And that last one had the makings of a victory for Bait.
It really did, honestly. Cobra's era right there.
Great showing from him to save the round. MongolZ under pressure. 3 players coming at him inside of lobby. We'll see if Bait decide to play fast elsewhere. And as they try to challenge outside of main, 9-10, that was looking awkward for a second, but he's still able to adjust it.
Mid-scope had to flick down, that was difficult.
Lands it. The Senthiel will find the recovery frag towards Cobra, sure, but still 4v3 for MongolZ. They'll smoke off main, put a Senthiel on ice for the time being.
That's where he put up his highlight near the end of the first half. Smoke him out.
But you've got to expect them to start to make their move towards heaven once you smoke off main like this. It's just going to be tough for 9-10 up close with an op.
There's just no one splitting though, so he doesn't have to look anywhere else.
This shot this time.
Missed.
Senthiel coming through, double kill already this round. Let's make sure that nobody can move over towards the ramp, and MongolZ just going to mow down the double. Sizzy slips down into sight. Bomb on his possession. And worried about this other CT.
Sizzy, man, he's the new guy, but he's by himself. He can do whatever he wants, and Vent is open.
That's what he's looking for. Oh, and
what
he
a
catches Techno, sticks around though, and that moment of hesitation's gonna cost him. Blitz making sure he can't escape.
He had the perfect idea right there. He saw Vent was open. He would have dropped down, I think, if he had not seen anybody inside of Squeaky. But when he got that first kill, tried to do a little extra, didn't have the info, and I'm not surprised. Heaven was the last thing on his mind. Yeah, that's where they all came out of.
It's like half a second of reconsideration after he gets that kill on Squeaky, but half a second makes a world of difference when Blitz is the guy hunting you down.
There's nothing to get upset about, with an attempt like that going wrong. The only issue is that those T rounds, moments like that, they're going to be hard to come by.
Well, that's 2 of them back-to-back where Bait have found footing in a round. It feels like as these overtimes go on, they're getting closer and closer to this all-elusive terrorist round win. Still without 1.
Yeah, they just lost 4 straight.
2 rounds to go to make it happen. That's probably what it's feeling like.
Yeah, like the question is, does it get easier? Does it get harder?
Either way, they're getting closer. The MongolZ T-side struggle also real. They just don't have that burden of doing it back-to-back. That's Bait's problem to have. His forward positioning from Blitz could catch somebody off guard, but it means he's not going to be a part of actually holding sight if that is where the threat comes through. Alex getting closer to this. Great flashbang, making sure that they don't write off the possibility. Trying to lock horns now with the duel over towards main. You've also got to be careful about Secret. There's a lot of presence here for the MongolZ.
Yeah, there always has been. Oh, MongolZ pushes forward, and Alex takes him down. That's an interesting prospect. Thought they were mollying back this push. Well, now it's turned into an empty outside area. Up 2 players. Alex, is he going to get hunted down, or can he actually deliver another kill?
No, not on such low health. Squeaky door held as well. That is the bomb thrown forward by Bait. Shooting gallery as far as 9-10's concerned.
What is even happening?
And he will continue to lock that down. They tried very adamantly to make that one happen, not expecting an op maybe on the other side, but pretty desperate for the bomb to go in first through the door like that.
I mean, they thought that CobraZero was the one mini guy. It ends up being 9-10 behind the smoke at opposite.
Ouch.
And then both of them coming through. They were getting tripped out listening to this guy run around inside of mini, hearing the op shot, wondering who's who. So closer might be an illusion to the MongolZ.
9-10, 35 kills off that sequence. And the MongolZ on the brink of back-to-back CT sweeps in both OTs. MongolZ tries to throw a frag grenade into the middle of that pack, and it does do good damage, but he is sitting inside of the fire, burning himself out. And so MongolZ gonna add that headshot to the tally. Man advantage here for Bait. We said they've gotten close. Well, this is their final attempt at it. And Techno 4K out through singles stops them in their tracks.
At least for one.
Double up towards the dark corner. They do find boots on the ground towards B.
It's danger if they don't have control side. Are they really going to go for the plant?
Hearing that utility come down from Secrets, drawing CTs away from the duel. And then we've got Sizzy to blindside Techno. Single door swung open. CobraZera can't get into the kill. And it's a 4 versus 2 advantage now for Bait in their 6th outing in overtime. They stick the landing. One finally on the score.
It's a Sizzy, man. He is really got just a high volume of frags in the last 10 or so rounds. Yeah.
Everywhere other than Garage.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and we'll see about this half. It's starting to get used a little bit differently, but will that trend continue? They have him at ramp again. That also means, I mean, you can not participate in outside, but that doesn't mean it's not going to get taken. It was just giving too much value to the Mongols,
good
though.
flash.
To be able to get a kill so easily out here. It'd be like Blitz floating in the open and instantly getting 2 frags.
Done.
Oh, that's a mistake and a half, PGL.
Thinking he could get away with that. Give over the 5 versus 4 to the Mongols. Blitz already deep, and Sizzy goes wide. That's 9-10 dead, and now Cobra up front. Blitz, though, gets behind the box, and that's what's going to blindside Sizzy in the end. So a good sequence from him. Techno 4K collects the headshot, down to 10 health, but flanked by Essential.
That's 1 of 2 spotted. I mean, Alex already lost a little bit of health. I don't know if they have confirmed info on him. But Uppers is theirs for now.
These Bait players so split up. They join up into the ramp momentarily, but
they don't really know what's happening.
Molotov popping inside of the A site that's going to confirm it. Bomb is not planted for Blitz.
Yeah, interestingly, it's a bomb planted back site, which is going to draw them out of HUD. There's no greater move at play here. Blitz is not flanking around ramp to go upper into heaven.
Kid on Alex plus the smoke. You put that smoke on Bomb, and Blitz has to cover this distance. This could get awkward. And on top of it, Mzinho gets nothing. So sure enough, on top of the Bomb with the smoke, what are you gonna do? Banking on the incendiary, he's gotta charge it down, and there's just no time for that.
Oh, it's exactly what you envisioned when he put the Bomb there. Mzinho needed to multi-kill, couldn't get a single one. And just as much as Bait didn't know what was going on, Mongols didn't know where they were gonna retake from. If they thought that Mini was open, they would have planted for it, but they thought that someone was gonna be there.
Maybe thinking because of the incendiary, it's all right to go for the back plant. We can always set it ablaze. That'd buy time for Blitz in the clutch.
Yeah, it's true.
Smoke grenade, though, fully counters that, and suddenly Mongols looking foolish.
That is true. They had the volley, could have made the difference.
But that's a game of chance you play. That's what you're going to bank on. Rock, paper, scissors, rather. Bait rock solid in the close. Mongols cut down. Molotov towards Secret. That's going to force NPL. And then also his teammate to dive back. CobraZera gets the trade. 9-10 scours the field, waiting for what's always felt like an inevitable challenge from Garage, from Outer, but it's already NPL dead. Oh. And then Essential right there, stacked on top of it. 2 deaths for the CT side in the same position. These are the guys that have had to pick up the mantle since Sizzy's struggles outdoors early. And unfortunately, it is a position where the Mongols continue to thrive.
It could be walking directly into him on this round. CobraZera to give him a lead here, but they're actually, it's going to be a little bit too slow to go ramp. You can't go lower. So a late squeaky walkout, which is actually totally unprotected, is going to be on the menu. Are they dropping or not? Yeah, they are.
Down they'll go. Nothing these players on A-site can do about it. Big moment here for Alex. Alex over towards control, gets shredded by CobraZera.
And Sizzy rotated into upper. It is a little too late for this.
Trying to make a move into the upper at the very least. 1v4 attempts. Dropping down into it. They've already got vents under control, and so done for. 18th round secured by the Mongols. And another chance to close this game right now.
It's the way in which they get these trades that it's just so hard to game plan for if you're bait. It's, you know, they force you to respond to their outside presence, and they're just so good at lurking. Like, who's going to be better than Blitz at finding ways to shoot you in the side, outside, especially if someone like Sizzy is way too uncomfortable or too inexperienced to be there right now. We'll see what kind of play MongolZ want to bring. You know what their lead variance option is, man. Sizzy. Ooh, that was close. Has got a kill like that previously.
Been a very valuable nice. 5v4. And in this round, contrast to the last, 0 garage control, no threat of a secret peek coming. Blitz may be concerned about it, but as they put that wall of smokes up, if it's anything for Bait to have to handle, it's just total uncertainty now. They have kerneled up inside of this A site, and they are hoping, with fingers crossed, that the offense comes their way. Sizzy is going to be weaponized, taking a deeper angle. Techno to tiptoe into it in a moment.
Yeah, might just walk in. Oh,
CobraZera.
Shots missed.
Rifler also popped. There's a third piece here in position, but it's also dealt with. And so NPL has to be the hero. 2 versus 4 for Bait to try.
And Blitz is going lower. Excuse me?
CobraZera. This is drawing the bomb back. NPL's ready for it, but he gets found out. CobraZera comes through with another multi-kill late into this game. And Essential tiptoeing his way up to heaven, which has already been hit with utility. The MongolZ with a slow burn squeeze in this series. An unwinnable situation for Essential, smoked off after the fire and the frags, and a CobraZera performance here, propping up what has been an amazing play from 9-10 as this game has gone on. Opper makes the difference here on Nuke. Sizzy was well weaponized as the game went on, but it struggles outside.